Welcome to another episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio from Tejas Financial Group. Tejas Financial is a company that specializes in helping retirees and pre-retirees build purposeful retirement plans. Custom plans that not only help clients steward their treasure, but their time and talent as well. They believe that if you're taken care of financially, you go even further to make the family, community, and kingdom impact you truly desire to make, which is the ultimate purpose of wealth. If you'd like to set up a no-cost, no-obligation meeting with one of their financial advisors, give them a call at 222-4236. You can request a meeting at tejasfinancial.com or simply stop by their office on 19th Avenue Southwest in Wilmer.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio. I'm your host, Ben Tejas, and once again joined by one of our advisors on the team. Today I'm joined by Tim Mattern. Good afternoon, Tim.
Good afternoon, Ben. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just got back from a little time away. So
Nice.
The family went to Dominican Republic and spent some time down there. And in my past visits to that particular island, it's been on the northern side of the island, which a lot of people don't know, but is Haiti. And it is amazing to see the difference of what a government and I would say the right or wrong, like religious history of a country can do. And looking at how well the Dominicans done versus how just really tough it's been in Haiti it's really amazing to see.
Yeah, it is interesting. I have actually had a few clients just go on cruises. Haiti was one of the stops, and without getting too deep, it's amazing what a invisible line, obviously a boundary between two countries, what that can do. So it's an eye opener.
It is, and that particular port that people go to. Side note is Port Labadie, and it's actually somewhere that when I've stayed in Haiti, we actually go over the mountain and end up through the city of Cap Haïtia, and we end up going on a small boat from that port to another little really cool spot to spend some time just relaxing at the ocean in between working at the organization that we spent time with.
Yeah, it's good. Get you some perspective and some culture and learn some things.
Perspective is always good. So,
for sure.
Well, Tim, being this is our first show in April is actually Financial Literacy Month.
Yes.
And that's something that, being in the financial services industry, we take pretty serious. It's just understanding, right? It's just learning about money, how it works. And, we can't talk about money without talking about stewardship around here. And I think that's where I always start. When I think about financial literacy, we need to understand, what money is. And it's a tool, isn't it? It's just really a tool in order for us to get either life experiences or assets and to exchange goods with others, right? That's really all money is.
Exactly. And I think a lot from the outside, we obviously do investments in financial planning. At its core, it's this, right? It's financial literacy and understanding how do you build wealth, which ultimately we become stewards of, and it is a tool. You're exactly right. But we would not have the clients we have if it didn't start down to, at its core, understanding the basics of what financial literacy is and how important it truly is.
Yeah, and I like to start. April's such a perfect time to talk about financial literacy because most of us have, hopefully, by the middle of this month, wrapped up their tax return. If not, you missed a deadline there, but make sure you're wrapping those up. The tax return, it really provides amazing insight into, two things, both what we earn, right, through our W-2 income, our business income, through K-1s, our dividends, interest, other earnings. It highlights the money that you're taking in, but it also gives us a view, really like a lens to what we're spending as well. You can learn a lot from a Schedule A on your charitable deductions, on your interest that you're paying, all those other things. So, Tim, highlight for me, really how does a tax return, and you asking for tax returns, I'm assuming you do that for most all of our clients that you work with. How does that play into your meetings?
Honestly, for the biggest reason, and you were again talking about what has been done, and it gives us that snapshot of what you did last year. I think it highlights maybe some potential opportunities that were missed. I think that's one component of it, and might be more strategic above and beyond just financial literacy. But what it does is then it gives us a preview of, okay, what will this year look like? Like, will it look the same? Are there any expected changes? Are we expecting an increase in income or a decrease of income? Because, and we'll get into this more about budgeting, but if we can have that information, now we can have a conversation and say, okay, what do we think 2025 will look like? And then ultimately that will help us, I guess, try to make some smart decisions. And I think collectively we can, just help you build a plan and maybe adjust what the year looks like.
Yeah, and really it's about controlling what you can control, right?
Yep.
So everything we just talked about, income and expense. The income's difficult, to control completely, but your expenses, you do, and you're able to make changes in how you're living in order to change your expenses. So a lot of the people that I've worked with over the past and still do talk about overall economy. And that's part of our continuing education. We're going to, in fact, I leave tomorrow for New York to head out and spend some time again with some economists and people that are in the financial world every single day. They're talking about the big economy, the big E economy. What I would want our listeners to be thinking about today, and it ties in really well with financial literacy, is the little E economy, right?
Yes.
These are your own personal economy, right? And that's really what we're trying to get people to spend the most time on right now. Markets are up, markets are down. The economy looks good or doesn't. We're looking at your own personal economy.
Exactly. And I think we do get caught up and focusing on who's in the White House or political. And at the end of the day, I talk to clients all the time, and the ones who focus on themselves, and whether it's 4 years from now or if you look back at 8 years, and you can control that. If you want to do better, work harder, earn higher income, I'm not saying policies don't go into effect that might affect it. However, if you're focused on what's happening at the Capitol as opposed to what's happening at your kitchen table, I think you're missing the point, and you would gain a lot more ground if you really focus on your personal economy.
I love it. And our next show next week, we're going to talk about budget. That ties into this whole economic thing, both political and our own kitchen table as well as the Capitol really well. So again, this is Financial Literacy Month. For anybody that has any questions on that or just wants more education, we'd love to help you. Thanks.
Do you need ways to help steward your time, your talent, and your treasure? If so, Tejas Financial Group can help. Now is the time to set up a no-cost, no-obligation meeting. You can do this one of three ways. Number one, give them a call right now at 222-4236. You can request a meeting online at tejasfinancial.com, or you can just stop by their office located on 19th Avenue Southwest in Wilmer. I'm Jared Sebesta. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio. We'll see you next time.
Securities offered through Avantax Investment Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Avantax Advisory Services. Insurance services offered through an Avantax affiliated insurance agency.